Welcome back to That's Your Business podcast,
where it may be your opinion,
and that's your business.
and that's all that there is to it. Sips tea, sips rosé. Welcome back, friends. We're here again at Marvy's apartment because it is just too comfy and too cute not to be here. So again, shout out to Marviana for this beautiful apartment.
It is
very cozy on the couch.
Very, and she has a sign in the window that I love. It says, "Be free, you weirdo."
Yes, we'll get a picture in.
It's just basically be who you want to be.
Be who you want.
Live out loud.
Live out loud.
Go off,
honey.
pop
Cheers.
the fuck off.
Pop the fuck off is right.
Period.
Yeah, we're doing this episode with wine instead of coffee because the topic of today's episode
coffee though
is dating. And to be honest with you, I can't speak on this topic without being enhanced in some fucking way. Because it's a lot. We got a lot. We have a lot to discuss.
There's a lot of uncorking to do.
A lot.
But this is an unscrew bottle.
Wrong about that.
But we're on.
I did get the unscrew just because you know when how that happens. You get a bottle that you have to open. You don't have a bottle open. You might as well not have the bottle. Anyway.
You want more now? Oh, you have rosé.
No, we're not going to make a blend right now. I'm drinking rosé. He's not happy with the rosé. But anyway.
It was good.
We are discussing dating today. A lot to discuss. We're going to talk about apps, different dating apps. We're going to talk.
Should we rank them from least to best?
Yeah, we're going to rank them, even though they're all collectively trash. We're going to talk about dating apps. We're going to just talk about dating stories, stuff like that. And then we did just put up on TikTok and Instagram about sending us in some stories. So we do have a couple, but I'm hoping we get a few more stories to spice up the episode.
Yeah.
Feel for some people, talk about what they went through, make them feel like they're not alone in this zombie apocalypse we call dating.
It is. It's very interesting.
It's different.
I think that, and for all parties involved, not just like for heterosexuals. There's for
if you got a heartbeat, it's
like
a problem.
Everybody. What's the term? I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just if you have a heart inside.
Yeah, like everybody, for all parties, for people that are like identified bisexual.
Yeah, if you like men, if you like women, if you like
exactly, if they like men, like women.
It's a human crisis. That's what it is. It's a humanity. Beyond an epidemic. It is an epidemic. The lack of loyalty is an epidemic. It's like true. Really big. And the lack of honesty is even more. And it's hard in the moment, like when things are, going down in a situation with dating.
Yeah.
It's hard to like tell yourself that this is just a like projection of like themselves. Because it's so easy to like blame yourself when things go wrong. Like, what did I do wrong? Like, where did it go wrong?
We're always known to take accountability for stuff too, I think. I know growing up, just like a general, my mom always said, well, what did you do in this situation? Like, you got to also step back and look at the bigger picture. So like you really try to, but then at the same time, like you said, people do have specific projections of their insecurities that they project onto you, and then they make you feel a certain way, but no, motherfucker.
Because it's me.
You present it this way from the jump.
Absolutely.
And I think it's very important in general to always be honest. And as difficult as that could be, it's not difficult. No, it isn't. You're right. Because when you are honest, you just say
there's
how
layers
it is.
To that. I feel it's layered because I feel that it's very hard to be honest with yourself if you're so extremely insecure. But at that point, like the way I look at it, and it may be wrong or whatever, like lie to yourself, but don't lie to me.
Correct.
Give off. Like keep lying to yourself.
But I think when you're dealing with somebody, like when you're getting to know somebody and you feel like there's certain things that I don't like to leave no stone left unturned. Mm-mm. I don't give two fucks because
I need clarification.
Yeah, because like if I feel a certain way about something, I'm like, hey, like I'm thinking this, but what are your thoughts? But I always feel like I'm a very much an initiator with stuff.
Yeah.
In general, like I take in it. Yeah, and I think we just lead, and it's important to lead with authenticity. And I think it's very hard for some people to do that because they feel like, they're going to look at me this way or look at me that way. No, listen, you have to present as yourself, as I say, 24/7, 365, because it's the fucking truth. Because then you're not backpedaling nothing.
Nothing. There's no backpedaling to do.
I've been the same motherfucker all this time.
But what's so crazy and like fucking diabolical is you could be so right, like, you know, like you air the person, you did me wrong. This is what you did.
Yes.
I don't like it. I'm setting a boundary, blah, blah, blah.
Correct.
However, there's actually people, mother effers out there that are diabolical enough to gaslight you.
Yeah.
To make you think that everything you just said to them.
What are examples of that too? Because sometimes that gets jaded.
A lot, because you don't realize it's happening, because it's happening from someone you think loves you. And then they're telling you, example.
Exhibit A.
I have so many.
We should have got a fucking whiteboard.
In my experience, was in a past relationship, I was constantly told that you're a baby. You're a baby. You're always crying. It's always a problem. There's always a problem. There's always a problem. You're always crying. And then I started to be like, well, am I making a big deal out of things I shouldn't be? When no, motherfucker, you're gaslighting the fuck out of me. I'm not being dramatic. I'm not being a baby. I'm crying because you hurt me. I have feelings on something because of what you did.
True.
I hate that shit. I hate that, like, you're being dramatic. You're being crazy. You're being this. You're being that. I don't like that, because it's like, no, I have feelings. So my ex used to always hit me with you're being a baby. No, you did something wrong to cause these tears, this drama, this.
And you would say it to him in a way like, I feel that, like they say, use I statements. I feel like you're a motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. But no, like, I feel like you ain't shit. But regardless, do you feel like you would specifically articulate to him your thoughts, feelings, and emotions in a succinct way that he understood, but he still was hitting you with your acting baby?
1,000%, because
that's it.
This is my thing. Right. I can't be more thorough.
Right.
If there's anything that I do really, really well, it's communicate. So even if it's a bit much.
Cheers to that.
What was that?
That was fucking
Even if it's like a bit much and you're getting novels from me, I promise you I left nothing out. I left nothing out. And that's just me as a human being. I don't leave anything out. In times I should leave things out. I don't leave things out. Like, so I did express that this and that and this and that. And you know, that leads you into, you gotta stop telling people how to treat you.
Right.
Like, you have to stop when they don't treat you right the first time. I give you a reprieve to tell that person, I don't like the way you treated me. I thought that was disrespectful, or I have to set a boundary, whatever.
Yes.
But after that,
if they continue to do it,
it's on you at that point for allowing that behavior.
And my mom would say, what you allow will continue, when she's right.
And what's my favorite quote? What's my favorite movie? We accept the love we think we deserve.
My mom loves
Perks of being a wallflower. It's so true. Like, it's a harsh fucking reality. Because like, when you look back on certain situations, like, we accept the love we think we deserve. Come on.
That movie's so sad. It's very heartfelt.
Well, it's
like,
good,
it's reflective. It's healing.
Because we're all wallflowers. We're all sitting there in some way, in some aspect, in some situation.
I agree.
We are all a wallflower. Like, we all feel small in some kind of situation. Like, you know what I mean? But I mean, going back to, that's not even, but we accept the love we think we deserve. Like, it's so, like, I look back on just like people I've dated, men I've dated, the situations I've put up with, things that I've let go, things I'm currently letting go. Like, it's not, I'm accepting that because it's what I think I deserve, but it's not. And then that also comes with a timeline. And, you know, I'm this age and everyone's married and this, and like, I think we talked about this last week. It's like, we're all on our own. Like, I don't understand why we even try to compare.
Listen, I might be drinking a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to just say what the fuck I got to say. I'm going to speak
What
else
facts. Is new?
Oh, I know. I don't need the fucking drink.
That's your business anyway.
And it is my business. Thank you. But meanwhile, back in this motherfucking apartment. So, there are people that are in relationships that aren't genuinely happy. People feel alone in relationships where they're with a significant other too. So just because somebody looks like they have this white picket fence and they post on the gram and they're doing this, that, and the third, it's like they do it as an image, like it's almost like a facade too. So it's like really it's about what goes on off camera. Like how do you show up for somebody, you know? And it's not even about, oh, I love you, this and that. Like it could be like them texting and saying, how are you feeling today? Or I know that this stressed you out today. I know you have this meeting today. Like, how could I support you? Things. Or like, I don't know. I made dinner
tonight. I know you love Twix bars. I bought you a Twix bar.
Like that's
like
a love
the little
language.
Shit. Like that's all it is. But it's so simple, right? Like we talked about this earlier. Like it's very, very simple.
It is.
I say it all the time. They made a movie about it. He's just not that into you. And
I saw that movie. I forget who's in it though.
It's a lot of people, but it's again like another harsh reality. But like, she's just not that into you. He's just it's just like you have to learn when to like. I don't know if this is a personal thing, but I also just feel like just from experience, like when you like someone, you love someone. A zombie apocalypse could be happening. You're still getting ready to go to that person. You're still making plans to be with that person. I don't care if you work 24 hours in the 24-hour day.
I agree.
You're going to start the next 24 hours with that person.
Right.
It's very, very simple. But due to us not taking that and running with it, not just taking like he's not into me, moving on, we accept this behavior. We keep continuing to accept this behavior. And here we sit on a fucking couch talking about dating and how bad it is. But I feel like if we stopped accepting collectively, because it can't just be like, it's like my dad always says, like, oh, if they did a boycott, everyone would listen. Like it does, like it needs to be a collective thing. Like we need to take our power back.
But do you think also too, like a lot of the times love isn't always like the movies?
It definitely never is.
You know, like it really
I don't think it is like the movies ever.
Right, and I think that maybe sometimes in society there's like this comparing it to a particular celebrity or something like that. And it's not even attainable. You have to grow your own garden, water your own garden, and you want to make sure that you have somebody that is of quality.
Yeah, and it's much deeper than a love and infatuation. Right. It's like do they water your like you just what's with the gardens?
I don't know.
I was going to say that too, but you were saying anyway. It is. It's about who pours into your cup.
Right.
And your cup has nothing to do with the Dior bag you like.
No.
The fucking sneakers you want, the trip you want to go on.
Right.
That has to do
ring,
with
like everybody gets
you woke up. It's
what
fucking
rock,
right.
What type of ring you got.
But
I mean,
it has to do with like
marriage release now for nothing.
I don't want the Dior. I don't want the rock. I want it's a snowy fucking morning. You woke up. You dug my car out. You got my car warmed up, and I had to go to work early. Like that's a love language.
Yeah.
You know that I absolutely love flowers, whether it's from Giant or wherever. And you stopped on your way home and spent $8.99.
Yes.
It's never that deep. Ever.
I got you a coffee. I know you like this coffee.
And you know that I like my coffee, the color of my skin in the summertime. Like that's always the color my coffee should be. You know, you got it perfect. Like that alone, you get me a cup of coffee and it tastes the way I want my coffee to taste.
Right.
I'll do dirty, unforgivable things for you. Dirty, unforgivable things. If my coffee could just, like, you know me enough to say, ma'am, my girlfriend likes a fucking ice. She likes you to blow in her coffee a little bit like this and then pour the sugar in. I love it. God bless him. He knows me. He knows what really makes me internally happy, not the other shit, the other things. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
You had a load of laundry that you needed to do for like a week, and you still didn't do it, but he threw it in for you. Yeah. Like those little things. But I just think we live in a society that is about the flash and the trend and the what can I post. And we went here, we went to Dubai together, and we went there, and we're getting away from like all of
the simple things.
The simple things. What means something. Like, you know what I
really at the end of the day, take away all the material items, take away all that stuff. What is that person? Is that person really loving you for you and only you? Right. And like your mind, your heart,
your flip outs, your panic attacks,
all of it.
You're angry, you're ugly, you're sick.
You want somebody to calm you during
I want someone to look at me when I'm losing my fucking mind and be like, this bitch is infuriating, but I couldn't live a second without her.
Right.
That's love. That's love.
Right.
Not
all this.
Love. Now this is love.
So this is what makes us. Tell me when.
That's it. I mean, because then you finish the whole bottle and you'll be mad at me again.
Yeah, she finished the whole bottle on episode 1. She didn't care about me.
I use sidebar. I used that bottle of wine to cook clams and macaronis.
Clamurious, Francesca.
And then it was all I had, and I was very anxious about episode 1. I said to Geno, I need a glass of wine. So I bought that.
Right.
And I didn't realize I was chugging it.
And you know, the last 3 weeks that we've been filming,
rain.
But
you know what? We get through it.
We do.
We traipse through the streets of Center City with our bags. We had a pizza today. We're running around.
We put our windshield wipers on, and you will do the same if you're in a cloudy relationship. If there's some slight precipitation, you could just put those windshield wipers on and keep it fucking pushing. But I also want to talk about, do not stay in a situation where you don't feel safe, you don't feel loved, you don't feel supported, and you feel like you're walking alone, because it's better for you to exit stage right or stage left. Look for your fucking exits and exit. Yeah. Because it is not worth it. I don't care if you've been with them 2 years, 3 years,
10 years.
If there's time invested, like the more you say, like, what's the saying? The more you say yes to others and say no to yourself, you're not really practicing self-love.
No.
For staying with that person and tolerating the negative behavior. Get the fuck out as soon as you can. Get your life vest on and go.
It takes a certain type of self-love to get you out of a situation. I know it took me 7 years, and I should have been out from month 3. So,
but it's good that you winded up getting out.
Right. So but I say that to say, like, I don't want anyone beating themselves up because they've been in it 7 years, and you're watching this right now and you're like, wow, like this is like, I'm not saying we're giving you guys any realizations, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just sometimes when you have a realization, like, wow, it's been 7 years, you start beating yourself up. That's just not the way to go about it. Learn from now and move on. If anything, the last 7 years was character building. For me, I look at my ex relationship as I learned everything I don't want. I learned everything I don't want and won't tolerate and will never, ever, ever deal with ever again. So, yeah, it was 7 years, but I also can't say it was 7 full bad years. So I always have to look at the positive in that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there were good times. It wasn't all bad. So at the end of the day,
you learn more about yourself too.
I learned so much of it. I grew up. I actually, it was like through the most transformative years of my life, and I feel like I just grew up. Like, am I fully 100% standing on business? I'm 80% standing on business.
Yeah, you're stepping in
puddles. Because I still...
You're stepping in puddles.
Because I still am me, and I still give people multiple chances, and that's just me.
But you're not as... you used to be very...
I used to be a carpet for everyone to walk on.
Yeah, you won't say nothing for certain things, and then you let it brew in the pot. And then boom,
yeah, and lose my mind.
Yeah, but no, it's easier to just say what
now
the fuck
but I do like, I think we talked about this last week too, like, it just comes with time. It comes with
at your own
growing
pace.
up at my own, like, it's like you're always rushing to get somewhere that you think you need to get. Like, same thing with dating. Like, I'm 33. All of my friends are either married, have children, whatever it is, and all I do, and as much as I am so fucking happy for them and love them and their children and everything, I compare. Like any normal person, of course I compare myself. I compare the fact that I'm like, whoa, you're 33 years old. Like, what are you doing? Like, should my whole mindset be reframed? Obviously. But it is normal to compare yourself. And I do get upset and I get down because I do want to be a mom and I do like want all of those things, but it's a timeline. And
because I think there's something brewing in the
God has something. Listen, let me tell you something. I think my man has my back. At this point, I gotta believe God has my back. He really does listen. It may not be in a speedy time, but like I said before,
it's when you need it.
It's not what you need. It's not what you want. It's what you need. Right. God does not give you what you want. He gives you what you need. Right. And I think right now he's kind of saying to me, like, you need other things more than you need this. So it's hard because it's like, you know, you have to put faith, you have to put trust in just like this non-definitive thing. And that's really anxiety. Like that gives me so much anxiety. Because like the whole manifesting thing, like
I keep thinking of that fucking song, The Anxiety, when you say
anxiety.
That. I fucking hate that song. Oh my God. She gets on my... Get the fuck out with that... It's fucking dizzy, that song. Why would she ever produce a motherfucking song like that?
She's good too. It's a sin.
No shade to her. I still love Nikki, though. I don't care.
She came at Nikki.
She did?
I think she came at Nikki.
Oh, damn.
Keaton Network was telling me or something. Keaton's a huge Nikki fan. Anyway, brain glitch.
I know, sorry.
Brain glitch.
We got off the beaten trail with that.
But we were talking about insecurities and stuff.
Yeah, I think that your time will come when, like you said, when the stars align in a certain way. And I think that it will. I think you just have to continue being the best version of yourself, which you are. And the way you show up for like your family and your friends and all, you show up with love and authenticity. And that's the most important thing. If there's people out there
15 minutes into this
No,
episode.
I'm just saying in general, like in all actuality, the way you do show up for the world, for people in your life is the most important thing you can do every day. So you got to think of a person that's going to be a partner as an added benefit. Like, oh, if they come into my life, it's added.
It's already good as is.
It's good as is. If they want to come in, all right, they can be a part of, they got to fit into a puzzle piece of my life. Like I have more to my life than just a significant other. Realistically, think of all the roles you have in your life thus far, right?
We have stories. I'm sorry.
We do? Wow. We got tune-ins from viewers.
Yeah, we need more.
Thanks.
It's not live, so we can't tell you to tune in. It'll mean fucking bulls. Anyway,
I think I'm drinking too much. Well, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Sips wine.
Anyway, I do think that you have to continue to show up as yourself with love and with grace and being patient with yourself and just trying to grow through the process because that's what we're doing. We're all doing it every day. Even people that are in relationships, realistically speaking, at the end of the day, they do go through inner struggles alone and they may not feel safe or comfortable to talk about it with their partner.
Right.
They may be going through their own inner struggles that they feel difficult to talk about it with.
Right.
That's another thing. You want to find somebody that you can really just say everything to. That like it's not a judgment. It's not a little shade.
Huge.
It is. It's so important.
No, that's so important.
If you're going to be shady and you're going to throw judgment at me for expressing myself, then I don't think that this is really going to work.
That's all it was. That's literally it's all my last relationship was every move I made was like was doing and it wasn't me.
I'll be watching you.
You're gonna make me sing everything. But like it was always me. It was always me was the problem. But I was never the problem. Like, let's set the record fucking straight. I was never the problem.
Right.
I was open. I was honest. I said what I needed. I said what I wanted.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm stuttering because it's infuriating when someone starts to make you feel crazy. That I think is for me like a huge trigger because I already am fucking crazy.
You're not crazy. You just crazy. That's what my name is.
I'm fucking certifiable.
No, but I think you just talk through everything. You really do. Like that's a very good thing. You actually talk through everything that's in your mind, and you probably always didn't do that. So you do that now. And if somebody cannot accept that, then they gotta go. Because what are we doing? We're not gonna.
Waste time.
No, we're not. I am a big ass motherfucking 33 years old.
Moving on. Let's talk about dating apps. Really? Let's talk about dating apps. I think honestly, this is where dating went wrong.
Lord have mercy.
Because it became a catalog.
Yeah.
It became an old school catalog that used to come in the mail.
Old school catalog.
And you used to like look through it, and then it'd have like B36.
Is it like the TV guide?
No, you've never seen like. Well, yeah. TV guide.
Remember
as well when I had old look guide on your press guide on your TV. That was never there. You had to get the TV guide.
We did. My grandparents had the TV guide.
We really grew up with society. It's crazy. Millennials really did. But again, brain glitch. We're getting off topic.
What catalogs?
All right. So
Playboy?
No. Victoria's Secret, for instance, they used to send their catalog. And it'd have everything. You could buy bras, you could buy anything. But there was an order sheet. And you'd put like B64, size large, whatever. And like that's how you used to order. Like that's how, and I just swear, I remember I was at Lisa's house. It was like right out of college, I feel like. Maybe like the year after college. I was at Lisa's house. And she's like, I just downloaded this dating app. Now, prior to this, I remember me and Maria were on dating apps in high school when it was super like taboo.
Was it?
Yeah, like it was not like a popular thing. It was like, why are you ugly and on a dating app? However, I just didn't want to fuck with anybody in the city because everyone knows your business. Like that's to each his own. But like I don't need everyone knowing the ins and outs of everything I do just because it's you know. Right. So we were on. I remember there was OkCupid. I said that last night. You were like, "What the fuck is that?"
I never.
OkCupid.
Okay.
Oh my God, where's Maria? There was another one.
Phone a friend. It's like fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
It was OkCupid. Plenty of Fish.
Can we call
Let's see if she
episode?
answers. Yeah, let's see if she answers.
She ain't gonna fucking answer.
She might, but she might be asleep. She's pregnant. OkCupid, Plenty of Fish. And there was another one because I met a man named Marlin. His name was Marlin. Marlin.
You better go.
And he was so handsome.
Was he?
But like he was like a pen pal because I was like 16, 17. What am I doing? Meeting up with a guy.
You could talk to Marlin now. How old?
Maria.
Is she on FaceTime?
No, maybe she'll call back. But there was another one we used to use back in the day. But then I just remember it was like right out of college and Lisa was like, download this.
It's
like
not called Go Fish. I don't know. That's the card game. Go Fish is the card game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sin.
It is a sin.
Can I eat a piece of pizza?
Yeah, we'll pause.
All right. Guys, I'm getting fucking toasty a minute. All right, wait. All right.
I kind of want to slice of pizza now. All right, so we're back from a pizza break. We're going to take a small pizza break. If you've ever, City Pizza, come on now.
The old
If you're
world.
from South Philly, you already know. But the Old World, thin, crust, they're like potato chips.
They really are.
So we had to take a little break because the wine got us hungry. Anyway, we were talking about the dating apps. Very grim. And like I was saying, catalog. Victoria's Secret used to, you filled out your invoice. That's what it gave to me. Like I remember I was at Lisa's. She's like, you got to download it. And I just remember I downloaded it. I added my pictures, added my little bio. And then I was dudes were swiping right, left and right, messages. And it just felt so good. It was like a confidence boost. You're like getting messages left and right. Hey, cutie. Hey, what's up? All this stuff. So it was nice. But at the end of the day, I find myself on these apps to this day. And I'm just like, no. Like, I'm not even looking at their bio. I'm just like, no. And it's like very, like, first of all, shallow. Second of all, is that what you're supposed to do? Just look at someone once and know that, like, they're just not good for you? You know how many men were probably supposed to be my husband that I swiped the fuck left on just because I was being stupid?
Yeah.
I think about that all the time. And that's why I just don't like it. Like, what happened to, like, how our parents met and how people used to meet? Like, you can't go to a bar anymore and meet someone because they automatically think they got rights to just rip your fucking clothes off just because you have alcohol in you. I don't get that. That's some animalistic shit. So you can't meet someone there. My dad always says, go to the grocery store. I'm in the grocery store every fucking day.
Can you say, oh, sir, can you help me? I dropped a bag of pickles.
That's ridiculous.
Or I dropped a jar of pickles.
That's fucking ridiculous. It's just not realistic.
Yeah.
And like, let's get real. The only men in grocery stores realistically are husbands who were sent to the grocery store, or single men. They got their AirPods in. They got a mission. They know what they're getting. They're meal prepping. There's 90 grams of protein per meal. They're stocking up on their shit, and they're going home. You think they're looking at me or anyone for that matter? It's just not. There's no realistic places.
Well, people, I guess they say coffee shops or this, but you don't know. And then you don't know. Do they like? Does this person like men? Do they like women?
All that. There's that. But there's also.
Because I don't even know. I go, ooh,
when you're in a coffee shop, right? You're sitting there by yourself. Are you sitting there just observing?
No, not really.
You're in your
even
phone.
know. Yeah.
We're all in our phones.
Well, I love my music though. I put my music.
I get, but I'm saying, like, if you think back in the day,
yeah,
before there was a device of any form, music, anything, you went somewhere, you sat there, and there was nothing to do but enjoy the moment you were in. Observe, look around.
And they were looking like, oh, that one there.
That piece is over there. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it was different. Like, we're all stuck in our phones. Like, I could probably be out somewhere by myself, right? Having a coffee. And instead of like sitting there and like just putting my phone away and like enjoying the moment, I'm in my phone, probably on a dating app, swiping right or left, when there's viable men probably in the room somewhere.
True.
So it's just like, again, I want to go back to like.
But then you feel like too, like, should a man approach the woman?
Well, that's
a whole nother thing, right? And then even with men, it's like, well, which guy should be approaching the guy? Like, it's difficult because I don't know when somebody's flirting with me. I am so out there with, like, in general, I don't even know. And then I think that, of course, I'm more like confident now with stuff, but I think it's difficult, like, for me to just approach somebody and say, hey, I think you're handsome. Like, let's go out, or like, let's go get a coffee, whatever. I could do it, but I just feel like it's just.
I could too, but I'll throw the fuck up on myself first. I get so, I don't, I guess it's the rejection of it all. You know what I mean? And then that's just something like I personally have to work on, because realistically, you should look at rejection like it's their loss, not mine. So
it's not rejection, it's a redirection.
Right. It's a reframing of the mind, really, because if I'm going to be out of my insecure brain, you'd be lucky to have me in your life.
Right.
You'd be fucking lucky to have me in your life.
True story.
As a partner, I am the best. And that's that. So it's like, if I'm out of that frame of mind, like I can admit that. Right. But in that frame of mind where I'm like, oh my God, I just approached him. He was like, oh, I'm not interested. Like, it's so easy to run away with like anything else but the fact that it's their loss, not yours.
Right.
Like, you said what you had to say. You had a feeling. You had an opinion. You thought he was cute. You thought she was cute. Whoever. And you did it. And even though they rejected you, it's their loss. But in that moment, it's very hard to see that. It's very hard to like reframe your mind. It's like a sting to your whole ego.
What about the time we went to the one place and I wrote my number on the thing on top?
Oh my God. I won't disclose the place, but yeah.
I did.
And that was very
but still it was like a beginning.
It was I said what I said.
Yeah, fuck it.
I thought you were cute. Here's my number. I don't want to play. And that's me too. Like, there's been multiple times where like if I'm bartending or like, not so much when I was serving, but like if I'm bartending, like I don't have the balls to tell you I think you're cute. Like, we've been talking this entire time. I've been serving your drinks. We're chit-chatting, but like I don't have the balls to say before you leave, like, hey, I think you're cute. You should take my number. So I bitch you out and I write it on the receipt. But the second receipt. So I kind of fuck myself over sometimes, because sometimes they don't take the receipt at all. They sign the top one and they keep it moving.
And they never sold the bottom receipt.
Never sold the bottom receipt. Damn. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. I'm starting not to give a fuck more and more. It's happening. Because I just feel like you're going to miss, like I just feel like I've missed so many opportunities, because I've always just been the girl with a group of guys. Like, that's just always been me.
Yeah.
Like, I just I mesh well. I grew up with my brother. I was always at his hockey games, at his football games, wherever. So for me, it was just like always easy to hang around the guys, but it's also easy for me to hang around girls. Like I'm very much just like, but there's probably been so many guys in my life that, and like you said, I don't know, unless you cock back.
You don't know.
Fucking punch me in the nose and say, bitch, I like you. I just
really
think you're being nice.
Right.
I just think you're being nice. That's me.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's kind of like you try to, I don't know, you try to take initiative with certain things, and you do extend the olive branch with people. And if you feel like that energy is not reciprocated, then you fall back. Like you're not going to keep going back and saying, hey, do you want to hang out, this and that? No, it's fucking done. If I extend the olive branch and it's kind of like it's like they don't say, oh, hey, like, let's meet up this day.
You get like one text.
Yeah, that's
like asking, and then you get like one follow up of like, hey, are we doing this? Yeah. And then that's it, because I'm not go fuck yourself, because I'm not doing it. Yeah. It's just not happening.
That's it.
As you were saying, like, what am I going to keep texting you? There are men, I don't want to speak for everyone. If I don't answer you on the third, second, the fuck you, what do you keep going for? What is the thread to yourself for? Hey, what's up? How are you? Are you going to answer me? Good morning. What's up?
It's alarming.
That's scary.
It is.
That's scary.
And I remember I had one guy that was like, wanted to talk all the time. And it's like, bro, I can't talk all the time.
I haven't even answered my best fucking friends yet. You want me to talk to you all the time?
I can't talk on the. I talk on the phone. Listen, I can conversate, but there's certain people I feel like I can conversate for a long time on the phone. But like me and Deanna can talk on the phone very heartfelt for like, we could talk for 2 hours or 3 hours. Like we can, if we really wanted to talk about something.
Right.
Or like my mom, if we're talking about something and we go into stuff. Or like family, you guys, like, but like to get to know somebody.
If I don't know you, like, let's go hang out. I don't need a fucking pen pal.
Right, exactly.
I don't need a pen pal. No. I had one in first grade.
Yeah, no.
I'm good. The fuck? Like, what do I need?
You got mail.
Like, I don't have the attention span already. So if I'm breaking my goldfish attention span to keep up, because I do. It's 3 seconds, and then it restarts over again.
Oh my god!
If I'm breaking through that because I really like you and I'm reaching out to you,
right?
That's something.
Right.
That's something.
I agree.
But when it's not then reciprocated,
we're done. You got to seal that fucking door
and
shut.
It's like. You could be beat in the face with it, but it's like they're just not that into you.
Yeah.
I'm not being harsh to you. I'm being harsh to me. Like, he just is not into you.
Well, just for future reference for viewers, if you're trying to extend the olive branch for somebody and you feel like they're not giving you the same energy that you're giving off into the world, then you need to dial back.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not saying you should or should not, but
you're going to do your own thing anyway.
You're going to do, and that's your business.
But and that's your fucking business. Exactly. Tell them.
But I think that it would be beneficial if you sat back and evaluated to say, you know what, this isn't really working for me. I don't like how this makes me feel that I'm reaching out to this person and they're being fucking like I'm sipping a flat soda. Like, we're not doing it.
Sipping a Pepsi.
Like a steel fucking bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing it.
I call it funeral soda. You know, when you go to a funeral, and it's usually at like a hall that's not used often. Maybe this is like a hospitality thing, but like the soda guns, they're not ran as much.
They don't have full diesel.
And when you don't run the soda guns, the carbonation and the soda, like, it don't link up. So every time I'm at a funeral, it's dead soda, and I hate to be like that, but it is. There ain't a bubble in sight, not a fucking bubble in sight.
Oh, and the dead, and it's dead, and the fucking
it's funeral fucking soda. I don't have time for it anymore. I simply can't. Or let's try this. Let's just be completely honest with the girl and say, hey, babe, it's not you. You bring me comfort. I like being around you. I like the times we go out, but it's just not you. Harsh as fuck, right? But it does the job. It does the job.
But
it makes us not sit around.
Kind.
That's that.
Being clear is
it's
being
harsh,
kind.
but it is what it is. You're not making someone sit around for your comfort, so that when you need comfort, you have this poor girl come crawling the fuck over to you. It is ridiculous because they don't know what it is,
and that's their business.
But it isn't just their business when you keep calling me, you keep texting me. It's been 2 to 3 weeks. I thought I was clean. I thought I was clean. I thought I was free. I'm not free. I'm not free because you have a fucking radar. Like, zing, she's over me. Let's reach out. Let's creep the fuck back in that brain.
But it's a very manipulative tactic.
It's so manipulative.
I don't appreciate the manipulation.
At all. Just because you're insecure with yourself. Again, it could be as simple as, I have fun with you. I like you. I think you're a great person. And as all generic as that sounds, I just am not, it's not you. It's not you that I want to put a ring on. It is not you that I want to spend the rest of my life with. So I'm sorry for that, but it just is the reality. If you feel so insecure, that you don't know where to land, stop involving other parties.
You have a good point, because even on dating apps, like, for men,
why are you on there if you're not ready? Right, like go into that.
Yeah, because I think with
let's talk about that.
Men dating men too. It's a very difficult.
See, I just pressed something.
There to maneuver.
It was the down button. We're good.
Oh, okay. I think that men dating men in this day and age, it's very interesting because I think a lot of men are like they're friends, but at one point in time they hooked up with each other, and then like they can just go out and have drinks afterwards. It's very intertwined. It's sticky. It's interesting because you're not used to that. Technically, like when a guy and a girl fuck around, right? Like you guys technically aren't friends after that. Maybe though, it depends. Like I don't know. When you're, have you ever had a?
I think that's because it's like, okay, let's put it this way: when two girls fight about something, it's a war, it's a fight. It could be in the history books for years and years to come. It's like an epic thing, right? Dudes can duke it the fuck out, knock each other the fuck out, and then shake hands after, and then go get a beer together.
Right.
It's a mindset. It just is. I'm not going to get into the whole gender thing because I don't want to, but like men are men and women are women. Like I just think that like it's the psyche behind it. Like that's why it's so easy for like gay men to hook up, but like still be friends, because at the end of the day, regardless of what you like sexually, it doesn't matter. It's like guys just don't dwell on things the way we do.
Right.
We dwell. It's not something we can.
But it's a different nuance. Like I feel like
for you, absolutely.
For me to understand it, like I feel like you know, guy friends are guy friends, you know, but then it's. I think that it's something new. It's a little bit of a learning curve because I think that I'm so used to like people just being friends. Like, I mean, we're not rolling around naked together and then going to the bar together.
Right,
but there are some people
not
that do.
rolling around naked together, having a relationship, hating each other, and then also being like, "Hey, let's have a fucking drink."
I gave
He's
you a
very touchy with the.
Yeah, because last time you poured it all yourself, so now I have the upper hand.
I'll never hear the end of it. I'm buying 4 bottles.
No, it's okay.
I think we're going to switch back to coffee next time.
We have to.
Anyway, no, it's the truth, because I just feel like, because it's the same thing, like, with lesbians. Like, any of my lesbian friends will say the same thing. Like, they're like, they probably dated, but they're in the same group of friends still, and they still go do things together.
That's nice.
I don't know. I just think it's like
it's different, and it's something that I don't.
It's
But then there is a lot of turmoil too, though, because then if they see one talking to the other, like you know,
again, the lesbians are different. My 31st birthday,
there was a big brawl.
There was a brawl in the street. I went outside, and there's just fucking lesbians killing each other. I said, we're good. We're fine. They'll figure it out. We're good. I'm going to go count my money.
I'm going to go count my money.
It's just like how things go. And I just think it like works out. But
I do. And I think that to each their own. Listen, different strokes for different folks. And I think that
Planet Fitness here for no judgment.
No judgment zone. Exactly. Like it's just for me, I think with a relationship, you want to embark on a journey with somebody that I want to be with them to walk through life with, like through all the phases of their life and through all the phases of my life, you know. And that's, you want to grow with somebody, you want to build with somebody. And I think that, yeah, it's great to make friends along the way, though, because you could go on a date with somebody and you could say, you know what, maybe we could be friends if you want. Like, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think sometimes, like, people, you go on so many dates with them and then they go, oh, I don't really see that. But and that's confusing to me too.
Oh, do not ever go on dates with me, talk to me all fucking day long.
Yeah, like you're in consistently. Yeah.
And then the feelings you had fell off again, rightfully so, that's fine.
Yeah.
And you hit me with but I hope we can be friends.
No.
I swear to God, I'll peel your skin off. Do fucking not do that to me. That is the worst thing you could do to me.
Yeah.
Recently happened. BBMF. When I went to go, like, the first or second or the third time I tried to break it off. Like, he hit me with that, like, but I hope we could be friends. Sir, you've seen parts of me that most people haven't, and you're asking me to be my fucking... Get out of here.
Dead. Wait, but you didn't tell me that.
I try to keep things to myself sometimes. No, I told you that.
I don't think you told me that part.
To myself.
Yeah, but I think you.
But this was like back in this was like November.
Oh, fuck him too.
Yeah, so
get the fuck out.
But like, don't hit me with that. Don't hit anyone with that. I just feel like it's very like
it's hot and cold though.
No, but it's backhanded. It's like, I don't like you, but I'll be your friend. Like, you're throwing me a bone. You ain't throwing me no fucking bone. You should have ended this 4 fucking months ago. That would have been throwing me a bone. Not now being your friend after we've had very intimate moments, after we've been deep with each other, after, like, you want me to be your friend?
Right.
Like, after you led me on a path of thinking this was going somewhere, and then you want to throw me the, like, oh, but I'll be your friend. No, I have friends. I'm good.
Period.
Thank you. Roster's full. Thank you. But no, thank you. Like, don't try to play me.
Yes.
You played yourself.
I agree.
Because, like, I'm not your friend. Never will be.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But
it is. It's very interesting to me. Like, how could you... That's why I think that I'm so... Even with, like, dating, if I feel like there's not something that could be there with somebody, and I feel like I don't want to let the other person down. Like, I feel bad to, like, hurt somebody. But then at the same time, it's like, if I were to continue this on for so many months, or like, I don't know, and then it's going to hurt them worse. So, but like, I'd rather
consideration.
Yeah,
you know?
I really try.
Have consideration for people, and it's not something
I really try.
that everyone has. People don't have consideration for other human beings.
Yeah. Well, some people just literally will ghost. Like, they'll just go out in the abyss, and it's wild.
About that.
I don't understand that, because it's like,
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, how could you
actually wrong with you that you can do that to someone? That you can be like conversing. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you that. We're talking all day, every day. And then you just
you disappear into the abyss. Do you have an invisible cloak like Harry Potter? Yeah, I think that the takeaway point is that you have to, when you're on these dating apps, you want to be intentional about how you're dating today, right? And we know in 2025, it's definitely very different out here. It's like a fucking cemetery. But you have to proceed with caution and just make sure that you are very strategic in your approach of how you want to embark on your journey to date somebody.
Set your boundaries.
Yes, and healthy boundaries is important. So maybe we should discuss a little bit about what are some healthy boundaries. What do you think? Based on your experience, what do you think are some healthy boundaries for viewers?
Well, I mean, it just in general, like, you reach out once, you reach out twice, you don't reach out again.
No.
And then, like, it's like, just the energy has to be matched. If the energy is not matched, move on. I know, I'm sick of hearing it too. There's a million, there's so many fish in the sea, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm fucking sick of hearing it too, but there are too many human beings, like, on this earth for us to be wasting our fucking time dealing with little boys and trash.
Well, no, and then the best part is, like, when people go, oh, how's your day? How's your day? Oh, how's your day? How many fucking times you want to ask me, how's your day? How's your day?
How many people
what'd you do today?
Caller?
Yeah, I don't want to talk.
My birthday.
Remember I told you before, we need a Google document that has all the fucking highlights.
Make a PowerPoint, make it fun.
But what kills me when people would go, oh, what do you do for work?
It's
if you don't look at my motherfucking profile, like it says what the fuck I do.
Find something.
Scan through and look. Take the time.
Take a second.
Like, and then they go, "Oh, you're so handsome." This, that. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. But
I'll tell my mom.
Yeah, like I don't need your fucking validation for whatever. I mean, it's nice, whatever. Thanks, but it's like, what depth do you bring to the table? Like, what have you been through recently that like mold you into a better person? What did you learn from a situation? There's got to be some type of fucking substance to you. I don't want to know, like, all right, yeah, if you're a doctor, that's wonderful. But like, what do you feel like? What are you passionate about? Like, what are your passions about that? Why did you go into that? Like, what, in general, anything, what are your passions in life? Like, what speaks to you? What have you done for yourself?
Yeah, like I really don't care what your favorite color is or when your birthday is.
No.
What I do care is,
Frank, did you see the fucking, wait, I have this Instagram. This lady, I swear I showed that she's the best.
Let me get off.
She goes, I want to know, do you steal? Quickly. She goes, oh my God. I wish I could pull it up. I love the video. She goes, can you spell faithful? Oh. Like the shit she says in the video. She goes, I'm tired. I do not care if your sun is rising in east or whatever. Do you steal? Quickly.
Oh, he's a Gemini. That's why he acts that way.
Yeah, no, that's true. And yeah, that's another thing with the zodiac.
That's why he acts that way. It ain't got shit to do with the moon, the stars, or an astrological fucking nothing. He's a dickhead. Benjamin's a dickhead, okay? Stop making excuses.
Benjamin's a dickhead.
That's enough. I don't even know
what about that Benjamin. Song? He was a very.
He was a very.
He was a dickhead.
He was a dickhead. Like, he keep making excuses. And again, like I'm sitting next to my best friend that's a man, so I've been really trying to reel it back this episode on saying like men are trash.
Yeah, because you were being a little shady about men, but I mean,
straight men. I'll speak for myself.
Oh,
get to church. Get somewhere. Get to a place of believing, of faith in your heart. Fucking reassess what like matters. Reassess that your balls are dropping and they're not going back up any fucking time soon, babe. So like I don't know. Like if
where's my wine glass?
Like old man who has money and then you'll get the girl, but like it's given like insecurity. It's given like figure it the fuck out because we all don't have the time. Time is short. Life is short.
It's like that. Marissa Tomei. My biological time clock is clicking like this.
Stop the excuses for whatever reason you're giving an excuse, whether it's not the girl that you want to be with, whether you need to do some internal
it's definitely more an internal struggle. It's you versus you.
You can be single.
Right.
Nobody's telling you about to be in a relationship. Like not all men, like you could be a bachelor, babe. Do your fucking thing. Like
right. But be honest about it.
Be honest about it. Like this is not going to be for me. Like marriage is never going to be my thing. Like I don't really even know if I want to have kids. Like there is no time for games. Like, I don't understand why this is not like, this is why we call it an epidemic.
It is. It's
because it's worldwide. It's a problem.
Prestige worldwide. Wide.
Boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes. Gotta have me, my boats and hoes.
But, God, is it time for Cool Down Corner yet? Because I'm fired the fuck up. I'm fired up. Dating and this is and listen, just know this is how we'll round this episode up. Just know we feel for you. Just know your internet, Canty and Kunkel, they don't know. They don't know.
When we went on our to Mexico, I said that Frankie looked like she owned a yacht. Okay, and that I named her Canty because she's a coastal auntie. Right. Because she had on this nice white linen outfit. How to get a boat that says Canty, C-A-U-N-T-I-E.
And what's it stand for?
Coastal auntie. You look like you own a yacht.
Well, you know how good, like it was the coastal granny like trend, but we don't have kids, so we're aunties, and he is now Kunkel. So as
coastal uncle.
Internet Canties and Kunkel. Canty and Kunkel. Try, what was I even going to say? Brain fucking glitch.
Well, what we were trying to say is that make sure you're intentional in your approach when you go to date, and that set boundaries and practice self-love. And in the process,
you're a bad bitch or a bad
man,
what's a guy?
A baddie. I don't know.
You're a handsome fucking devil, you. And stop taking the bullshit, because realistically, we accept the love we think we deserve, and that's why we're taking the fucking bullshit. That is why, at the end of the day, we're still answering their text messages. It's why, at the end of the day, we block them, but we unblock them again, because we are accepting the love we think we deserve. And I just...
But you set the tone for how you want to be treated.
And if there's anything we want from this podcast, is for us to talk about things, and we're talking about it because we don't want anyone to feel alone in their journey. Like, we're all going through
and
it.
We're not here to judge anybody
at
all, because everybody goes through something, and it's you have to commend yourself for putting yourself out there and being vulnerable enough to embark on the journey to go and open your heart to somebody else. And that's another thing. It's difficult because it's hard to do that, because you are letting people in on your life, on your day-to-day.
You got to give yourself credit for that.
Right. But you want to find somebody who stays and who compliments you and who also can add to your already fulfilled life.
I want peace. I want someone who, we'll do a manifestation right now. I want someone who understands my crazy, loves me for it, and then knows how to, like, bring me back down to earth.
Love me for me.
Like, it's just, like, it's not that complicated. Like, it's not. I'm not like this fucking, I say I'm crazy. I obviously am a bit dramatic with that, but, like.
Are you like Jumanji? Are you like the game Jumanji?
Gave me stomach aches when I was little.
Jumanji
it
was
gave me
chaos.
Anxiety.
And
anxiety.
Stop that song. Like, with her.
But let's do our cool down corner, because now we're just rambling because we're drunk. So we're gonna
breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out.
Don't stop. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
Okay, so what are we saying?
Don't stop. Now I'm gonna watch You Got Served. So cool down corner. Inhale the good shit. It's not here right now.
Exhale the bullshit.
Exhale the bullshit. All right, cool down corner. I'll go first.
Okay.
Pit of my day. I don't really want to get into it, to be honest with you. It's a bit personal, but I had a little bit of a, some situation going on today. It was a bit hard. It was a lot of information to, like, take in, especially right now for me personally. So yeah, it was hard. It was hard, but I like I said to Geno, like, we were in the car and
we had a whole. I know
I honked the horn for a full block. I got in fights with people. Like, it was just, and Geno said to me, he's like, I don't like when you're stressing. Like, I wish I could do something.
I know.
To take that away from you. And I just said to him, like, you being my friend, and I know this, like, we sound corny as fuck. We're really not corny at all. Like, we're not fucking corny. But
we're very
I just told him that, like, him being my friend, takes away the stress. Like,
I agree.
I love you to death. So, like, I just feel like I had a really hard day, and then, like, I got to end it on, like, the peak of the day, which is episode 3.
Yeah.
We're fucking grooving. We're grooving. I'm really fucking proud of us.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of us.
I know.
Ever did I think we'd get to, like, I don't know, consecutively every week. It rains every week, and we still show the fuck up.
I can't believe it's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So I'm just like, that's definitely the peak of my day, is like just how, like, we're grooving, and we have a really great fucking group of people around us.
Yeah.
Our support system, which is already, like, our friends and family, but, like, the people who are, like, willing to, like, just jump in and help us when they already have their own shit going on. Shout out to Sage, sitting on the couch watching us be fucking dickheads. As always, she's literally the best. Chris.
She's our chaperone.
I called him Chris again. Christopher Quigley, DJ Quigs. Why did I call him Chris? You know why? His fucking number changed in my phone.
Because he's very formal.
Well, no, Apple now changes, like, the person, what they put themselves in their Apple So it says Christopher Quigley. It doesn't say Quiggs. Anyway,
you just gave out his whole government.
He's a DJ. It's very well known. Love you as always. You know that my love runs deep.
Thank you very much.
Quiggs. And Ponzo.
To all of you.
4 kids, full-time DJ. And my man is coming through and helping us with a lot of stuff. And I'm just like, again, like a lot of peaks here, but like I'm just very grateful. Very grateful. This has been a dream. Like honestly, we've been talking about this for
a while.
Too long. And I really just thought it was going to be something we always just like kind of like joked about and talked about. But to actually be sitting here like on episode 3 is like, I don't care if we have 2 subscribers. This is fucking awesome. And I'm really glad that we're doing. I really am so happy.
Yeah.
So what was your peak and your pit up to? We'll start with the pit always. Bad first.
The pit of my day was I was supposed to park in the parking lot where I work, and there was no spots left. So it was pouring raining. So I parked blocks and blocks away, and I don't own an umbrella. So I walked to work from my car, and, you know, I don't have windshield wipers for my glasses, so I was walking in the rain like fucking Avril Lavigne in her video. It's a damn cold night.
Oh, I had the wrong
trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new?
All right, anyway.
Yeah, so I was walking, I'm standing on the bridge. No, so I was walking dark. I thought that you'd be here by now. So yeah, and the rain and everything's a mess.
That was actually our ride here today.
It was.
And no one likes to be alone.
See, we can't get back on track.
Right, so
I'll sing the rest of the song. All right.
Isn't anyone trying to
find me?
All right, okay, peak.
So that
was your pet.
Pit of the day. The peak of the day was us filming this podcast. I think it was very important that we stuck to what we were going to do today. We stuck to the script, and we came and we filmed this. And I think that it's great to talk about what's going on in our world today and with the dating realm. And yeah, so I think it was great that we did do this today. And we talked about it. It is very
honestly, this has been like week 3 of like a therapy session, I feel like.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like I feel lighter. I do. I always feel like this is the 3rd week I just felt a little lighter after. Because like I feel like I got some things out that maybe like I wanted to talk about, but like I never did. And then like, you know.
Yeah, because certain things it's hard. Like you talk about it out loud and you're like, yeah, well, that does really make sense. It's how I do feel. And it's, you know.
So positive affirmations. My positive affirmation is that I'm really proud of my consistency with this podcast. I have a problem with consistency. I have a huge problem with consistency with a lot of things, but I've really been sticking to what I wanted to do for this podcast and just all the things. So I'm really just proud of my consistency with that. And I'm hoping to carry that consistency into like other aspects.
And you will.
And my positive affirmation for Geno was that he genuinely just takes the stress away from me. It could be like the worst day of my life, and I could call him, and I guarantee I'm in a good mood. There's no staying in a bad mood around Geno. I mean, there's 2,000 of you to follow him on TikTok. I think you understand what I'm talking about, but I'm 25 years in the game, so it's different. He brings me a lot of peace. So that's my positive affirmation for you, Gennaro. What's your positive affirmation for yourself?
My positive affirmation for myself is that I'm proud of myself for opening up about different things. I think that I always was the person to like listen to everybody's like dating stuff going on or like family stuff, like everything.
You're a good listener.
And I've given it voice, and I try to like make people laugh and like give them uplifting spirits and stuff. But I think it's also important to articulate what you go through on a day-to-day basis too, and to talk about things from your point of view. So I think that I'm proud of myself for that, and I do consistently show up for myself every day. And I think that it's definitely been a journey, and and I speak from experience of like it is important to bet on yourself and love yourself every day, always. And because nobody's going to really look out for you the way you look out for you. And that's the God's honest truth. And yes, you have family, yes, you have friends, and you can have a significant other, but you also do have things that you go through that you're working through within yourself.
Starts with you.
It does. And it starts with how you view yourself.
I used to get so annoyed by that when people would say, like, you have to love you before you can love someone else. Because I don't think that that's like fully a blanketed statement that could be put on everything.
Yeah.
But I do feel like in certain situations, it takes someone to come into your life and love you the way you should have always loved yourself for you to love yourself. I think
it can heal parts of yourself that you feel.
It
fills in the blanks.
Parts when someone loves all the insecure parts of you. So I don't think it's necessarily that, but it does start with you for sure. Like you have to lead with an open mind on a lot of things. And I mean, that's where we go wrong in society as a whole. We have a lot of closed-minded individuals, like a lot of closed-minded individuals that just won't open their minds to other things and routes and just, I mean, we're in 2025.
There's different avenues to get to the same destination.
Rerouting, honey.
Okay, route recalculating. Go off.
Thank you guys for listening. As always, please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Thatcher Business Podcast. We also have our TikTok and Instagram pages at Thatcher Business Podcast as well. We have our personal podcast pages. We have our personal Instagram and TikTok pages that we will also plug in up top here. Then thank you for tuning in. We love you all. And remember, you may have an opinion.
And that's your business.
Cheers to that, Jay.
Go off.
Go off.
Pop the fuck off.
Bye.
So long.